No one could have prepared for the silence that filled the room. For the first time in decades, Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, wasn't the loudest presence in the room. There were no screams, no guitars, no chaos, just soft organ music, and the quiet sobs of those who had loved him for who he truly was. Kelly Osbourne stood near the front, her hands shaking, mascara streaked down her face. Dressed in all black, she looked nothing like the rebellious teen we all remembered from MTV. She looked like a daughter who had just lost her hero. People had flown in from all over the world, rock legends, friends, family, and fans. But no one spoke when Kelly walked up to the podium. All eyes turned to her. Everyone knew this would be more than just a eulogy. This was personal. What came next would bring the entire room to tears and spark headlines around the world. He wasn't just Ozzy Osbourne to me. Kelly's voice cracked as she took a deep breath. He wasn't just Ozzy Osbourne to me, she said softly. He was my dad, my protector, my biggest fan. She looked out at the crowd. Many were already wiping their eyes. Sharon Osbourne sat in the front row, quietly weeping. Jack, her brother, held her hand. Behind them, Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler bowed their heads. Even Slash from Guns N' Roses looked shaken. Kelly continued, "You all knew the rock star, the wild man, the legend, but I knew the man who stayed up with me when I was sick, the man who called me his princess, even when I was at my worst. He didn't care if I wore leather or pink pajamas. He loved me either way." She paused. The room held its breath. "I remember one night I came home heartbroken. A boy had dumped me. I thought my world was ending. Dad sat on the floor with me, played changes on his phone, and said, 'You'll be okay, my girl. You've got Osbourne blood.' I never forgot that." Laughter broke through tears. That was Ozzy, soft and savage all at once. "But what most people don't know," Kelly said, her voice trembling, "is that my dad always worried he wouldn't be remembered as a good man." She looked up, her eyes fierce now. "So let me say it loud. He was a good man. He was the best man. He was more than a rock god. He was my world." The final song. After Kelly stepped down, something unexpected happened. A single piano note rang through the room. A soft voice began to sing. It was a special recording, Kelly herself singing Changes with her father, the same song they had once released together years ago. But this time, the vocals were raw, stripped down, trembling with grief. Everyone froze. As the song played, a video montage lit up the walls. It showed Ozzy as a young man full of energy, tearing through crowds with Black Sabbath, then later as a father holding baby Kelly, then the Osbournes together on their hit show, laughing, screaming, hugging, living life without filters. In the final clip, Ozzy looked into the camera and said, "If I go tomorrow, I've had the ride of a lifetime, but I hope my family knows they were my greatest joy." That line broke everyone. Even the toughest metalheads in the room had their heads down. Some whispered prayers. Some simply cried in silence. When the final chord faded, the crowd rose as one, not in applause, but in respect, a standing ovation for a life that changed the world, and a tribute that broke every heart in the room. But Kelly wasn't finished yet.